Alright, so Seth got all this front end broke down just now. Got the radiator out, AC condenser out, and you can see better today how that bar took a lick down there. So that crossbar, obviously they went off the road and hit something, they boogered that thing up. So you got the fans had to come out, radiator comes out, AC condenser comes out because all of that's damaged. And we've got the new part in. Purchased this off of eBay. Like I said, you don't have to have it at a local junkyard near you. You can go on eBay and get used parts. Just come off of a Shelby actually, but it should be the exact same piece. So he's going to get all this unbolted, get that cross member swapped in. Once that cross member is swapped in, then he can start stacking all of the pieces back in. Bumper bracket, got that back in. That just went on like there's nothing to it. Ordered that from the local Ford dealership actually, and went ahead and pulled the smoke taillight covers off. So somebody had these smoke taillight covers stuck on here with Velcro. I don't really do that, it's not my style. So we will smoke them ourselves whenever it's time to paint. So we'll tint them and actually smoke all of these lights the correct way, so you ain't got no cheesy covers on it. So he's gonna keep rocking and rolling. Got all of the new pieces in, radiator and everything, get it all loaded in, and then finally be able to drive this thing. What's she looking like? What is it at right there? Oh yeah, no, that does look a lot better. Look, try this. All right, let's take that right there, and if you can hold it either on the inside, all we have is a dolly like this, so you can either hold it on the inside and tap the hammer on the outside, or you can hold this on the outside and tap the hammer on the inside. Gotcha. It's probably gonna be easier for you to hold this on the inside. Let's start with that lip first right there. And then you're gonna tap your fender with your hammer out here. You're sandwiching the metal. And then just move it. Yeah, I mean, you got a dent right there, you feel that? Yeah. So put that dead on the backside there, and put some pressure on this hand. So you're kind of pulling out a little bit. Yep. And then make sure you're hitting your crown. Can you see the crown or feel the crown? Yes. The crown is the high, so you got to hit the high. You basically have to bridge this. There. This needs to be bridged across like that. See how that's a high? Mm-hmm. So that needs to be bridged on the inside. Yep, on the inside. And then you need to be hitting your crown of the dent. You hit your crown. And if you want to use that end, you pinpoint more pressure in one smaller area. All right, so we're gonna get back on this thing. So we've been doing a lot of other stuff this week. Video's probably not out yet. You'll probably see the Mustang video before you see the big 2 or 3 part video of what's been going on this week. But I ain't feeling it. After everything that's went on this week that you'll see in the other video, which is pretty amazing, I don't want to go back to work. It's like we've been on vacation for like 3 or 4 days. But right before the clip before this was 3 days ago. That was when me and Seth were dollying out this fender. So we need to sling a little filler on that fender, and then we need to straighten out the edge of this hood and get the lip straight and sling a little filler on the edge of the hood. Get some primer blowed on it, and then next week scoot it on over to a buddy's shop that's actually we'll shoot it down, get it painted over at a buddy shop. So, and you'll see everything in another video at a later date, and everything will make sense to you. But we gonna bang this Mustang out. Let's go in here and see what Eddie's doing. Let's see what he's got in the bay. Mike's got junk. That's the Mustang. Ed's in here sanding some primer.
What you smiling for?
Because we're getting some primer sanded out.
Oh, we need to get paint on it.
Yeah, I know we do. So Ed's getting her sanded out. We got the primer done on it. He's blocking out the primer, knocking it all down, and we're going to get this thing through paint somewhere in the next day or two probably. All right, that's it all washed out, scuffed out. Yes, we scuff our stuff fully together. We went over this in multiple videos. We leave the bumper on for paint so that we can blend it into our fenders and get our blend right. It's just how I like to do things. I'd rather, like I went over in other videos, put everything together and not have to worry about messing the paint up. And then all we got to do is when it's time to paint it, we just tape up everything and then shoot it. If it's a customer job, yes, it gets treated different. Everything gets painted, taken apart, and it literally takes twice as long to do a job when it's a customer job. I don't care what anybody says. If you paint the bumper off the car or on the car, we both have to install the bumper. We both have to install all of the grills and everything, and we both have to put the whole entire car together. The only difference between us is that, yes, I have to tape it, so I'm doing one extra step if I have to tape everything up before paint, but you also have to assemble stuff slower than we do. So where you make up on you don't have to tape stuff, we're going to run you over on not having to put stuff together slowly. Like, we can literally just toss this bumper on with one person, and if it's sitting on the concrete, rubbing on the concrete on this side, and we're trying to snap it in on that side, it don't matter. Whereas if it's a customer job, normally we have two people putting their hands on it. That way it don't swing up and hit the fender. Or, you know, if everything's painted, you don't want the edges when you're hooking it up here, the edges to swing up and hit your fender and scratch stuff. So you want kind of two hands on it. So it works better for us. It's just how we do the dealership stuff and the used car stuff.
Nearly killed me, but the work is done. It always will be. I am inevitable.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll read you. So we ordered new wheels, and I thought I messed up because I ordered a 9.0. Them are 9.5s. The eBay listing says 9.5s are a rear, so I had grabbed a 9.0. Get it here and realize that supposedly we think the 9.0 is rear also because the eBay listing says that the 9.5 is a rear and the 9.0 width is a rear. Look at the wheels that we took off the vehicle on the front. It's a 9.0. So obviously the eBay listing is wrong. Tons of confusion going on. So the alignment shop says that this one is bent still, which is the one that we thought was straight on the car. And we still have a steering wheel shake. So Ed's throwing the spare tire on it right now. And then gonna take it around the block and fix it. Because if that's our last bend, then we should be fine now, and we shouldn't have no more wobble. Being I bought this, both sides were bent, we knew. So that one's an eBay, that one's an eBay. Now technically they should all be straight and not be shaking everywhere. But the eBay listing was definitely wrong. So sometimes you have to check behind yourself, because the eBay listing said that the 9.0 was the rear, when in reality the 9.0 on this car is also a front. There it is. 9.0, and that's a front. So spin around block and see what we got. So here's our other rim off the front, and you can clearly see the bend right there. This is the easiest bend to fix though. So I'm hoping that this one can just be repaired locally and that it's not actually bent inside here. So basically if it's bent inside here and the wheel wobbles like this, that's the hardest bend to fix because all of these spokes are affected. But if you have a bend on the outside like that, all that has to do is be pushed back out. That's the easiest to fix. So we're gonna take it over to the local rim repair place and see if they can fix either of these fronts, because all I need is one more good front. The way it sounds, you just heard Eddie just rip that thing down the back road. So it sounds like he's gonna pull up and tell me it don't have a shake. But we'll see if he was just ripping tail with a shaking wheel or not. What's you feel like?
A lot better this time.
Okay, so no more shake?
No more vibration. We got her up to 80.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go run these over there.